we are live recording. We are back. It's chapter 7. That's crazy. There's 7 episodes of us talking about manga.
It doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. And it trips me out, and I'm glad that we're continuing to do this. I know we had a small hiatus, but I mean, seven episodes.
7 weeks.
That's
7 weeks?
That's wild. It feels like we just started this.
So like 2 months almost?
That's crazy.
Are you serious?
That's crazy. It, because we do so many shows. You got the Dual Shock and Sense, Double XP, and then it's just so many Starcross. It's just so many podcasts that you don't really sit and think about what you're doing, and that's a lot.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But I'm BaronJ67.
And I am not a man. I am Walt Lando.
Walando. And
I like that. Walando. Walando.
And this is the Page Turners podcast, where we talk about what we're reading, and currently we're reading through a bunch of different manga, and we are jumping back into one that has recently, was it today or was it yesterday? It was Chainsaw Man Tuesday or Chainsaw Man Wednesday?
Tuesdays.
Chainsaw Man Tuesdays. So as you're watching this, the first episode of Chainsaw Man is already out. So we're here to discuss and get you ahead of the curve so you can know what you're looking forward to. If you want to spoil it for yourself, come hang out with us. If you want to just get the information to go and spoil it for other people and ruin their day, come join us. If you just want to recap and listen to other folks who have read what you read and see if they felt the same way, or you want to have a discussion, let us know. Let us know in the comments below. And that's what we're here for. Like, we're here to bounce ideas back and forth and really just go over this medium that we love. I mean, the idea of reading. I've always loved reading. We talked about it before in the first episode, but it's just so dope to be able to, honestly, for me, it's to read ahead because I'm impatient and I hate waiting.
Dude, same.
This is what it is.
These 3 chapters got me like, oh, I wanna keep reading because this is getting really good.
And so we're actually getting a deeper dive into a lot of the characters within these 3 chapters. So within Chainsaw Man, the chapters we're going to be discussing are 11, 12, and 13. I didn't think it was going to deep dive like into what it dove into. I thought we were going to get like strung along a little more, especially off of the fact that the previous chapters, just a quick recap, we, Power lied to Denji. They ended up having to fight, or Denji ended up having to fight a killer man blood drinking bat. Yep. And then the bat's girlfriend, a leech a leech devil. And it was just this crazy chaotic scene, and all of this was to save a cat and for Denji to grab some boobs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially the boobs.
Yeah.
Which, yesterday the first episode came out. Quick preface: I did watch it.
I didn't watch it. Yeah.
First episode, just for bearing. I'm not gonna go into detail.
Yeah.
It only covers the first chapter.
Whoa.
It is. We meet Denji, and it ends at Makima picking him up.
Whoa.
That's it.
Yeah.
They really took their time building it up, and it's.
So that's crazy because in the ads and the trailers that we've seen, we know they go pretty far.
They go to the mission that we left off, that they're about to do at the end of chapter 13.
Yeah.
Because you see the location.
Yes.
Which is a building. Literally.
Yeah. Hey, that's crazy. And I believe that's the season finale. I don't think they'll go past 13 episodes.
Dude, honestly, I don't know what this arc looks like. I don't
know. Yeah, my bad.
I don't know what because we had the like setting up. I feel like the point where he kills the leech monster, that's like a self-contained arc a little bit.
Do you think that's like a mid-season finale type thing?
Maybe, because the thing is that they're fighting in the hallways in the trailer for Chainsaw Man, and the hallways look like a hotel type deal, and we're gonna jump around. And at the end of chapter 13, they're told that their enemy is in this building, this place, and they're facing it. So I mean, they're hyping up this next devil, which is the gun devil. We're gonna talk about these 3 chapters. There's a lot that if you're watching the anime, you want to stick to the anime, do it for sure. Avoid us. Watch up until once you finish the anime, or once the anime is finished. I'll bring it up more, and we'll bring it up more and compare and contrast in the future when we touch more on the chapters and see, like, compare how the anime does it.
But let's touch on that, right?
Yeah.
Because we brought it up with My Hero Academia.
Yeah. We also started.
Yeah, we're years ahead. Like what's showing up in My Hero Academia is very, very, very old news within the manga.
Way too old.
Like
it's like 2 arcs old.
Yeah, like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And for me, as somebody who binge reads and binge listens to books and binge watches shows, funny enough, I'm being more careful with what manga I read, because if I read too far ahead, I won't care to watch the show.
Right.
Like, I don't have an itch to watch Chainsaw Man, especially now that you told me where it covers up to. I almost don't care.
Listen,
and I'd rather wait.
The way
I know it's good.
No, and the thing is that it fills gaps. Something as minute as Denji gets chopped up and he gets killed at the beginning.
Got you.
They show him agonizing and getting stabbed. And
so it adds more feeling into it.
It adds to like the wow, like this is it feels well paced. Like you read the chapter and it's like, oh my god, so much is happening all of a sudden. But I do know what you mean. Honestly, with My Hero, I kind of don't care about watching the anime because I think the manga did it better. I watched they've animated some things that I've read where it's like I prefer Horikoshi's art.
Got you.
And same with Tatsumaki. The author for Chainsaw Man, and like with the first chapter 11, there's no action. It's pure drama,
Yeah.
It's Denji recovering from his fights. He's well fed, like he's all right already. And Aki is giving him some lip, telling him that, hey, you need to behave yourself. We control you, basically.
Yeah.
But then Aki remembers, oh wait, I had people tell me that they are appreciative of Denji. But then he also had one person, the person he threw in the car, tell him like, there was this chainsaw-looking devil, whatever. And it's like Aki looks conflicted, almost like, man, Denji, he's not giving me one or the other. He's like, he's neutral almost.
And it's crazy because Aki, and then what sucks for Denji, right? Even though Denji did outright yell, "I'm not a hero,"
right.
But Aki is already gunning for. He's already aiming to take out.
Aiming.
Yeah, right. Damn. He's looking. Damn. He's got him in his sights. No. He's ADS. No, but he's looking to take out Denji. Like he's already. The tones he uses, like, oh, what you looking to make friends with devils? Like you looking like, what are you doing? Like there's all this negativity, and rightfully so, right? Yep. Like you're in a society where, first off, it's the term devil. The idea of a good devil just sounds ridiculous.
Just the devil in itself has such bad connotations.
Exactly. So it was just so cool to see in this chapter the way they did it. Like Aki just kind of sitting there, and it's kind of the way they drew it. It was faded, like faded memories, and it's got him in the center of like each panel, and it's just the faded story in the bubble of what the person was saying, and the thank yous and the thises and the that's. And I'm glad they ended it with the dude who, because it kind of prefaced, like, in my opinion, it kind of formed that whole thing of like, no, that he is not a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Denji is not a hero. Like, I think that's why, in my opinion, why they put it at the end instead. Because they could have threw it in the middle, and then it would have got overshadowed by a bunch of positive stuff. Or, like, if you're trying to make him a hero, you put it in the beginning, the negative, and then you just wash it out with all the positive. But to do it in the reverse, I think there's some meaning behind that. Like, it's not an accident.
I do think that the way that you tell your story, I mean, you choose what to tell your audience.
Yes.
Know? It's like, I haven't seen this movie, but Tucker and Dale versus Evil, it plays with this whole thing of two redneck hillbillies in the woods, where you're watching the movie from their perspective, and they're just being clumsy, but it looks like they're being killers or doing some mischievous things from a group of campers, and it's like, well, this is the reality. So, but if the movie was told from the camper's perspective,
look like serial killers.
Yeah, they're serial killers. So I think with Denji, which at the end, I'm gonna bring it up, the anime does really well, is he laughs as he was cutting down the zombies, and he's like, you know, I'm a zombie hunter, and I'm gonna, and you really feel like, okay, he's like letting loose, you know, and it fills gaps in the manga, because in the manga it's all dialogue, and it's all sequence of events, and that's it. Like in this chapter 11, you know, something as small as Aki pulling away his plate of food, like, hey, listen to me first. Like, there's no dialogue, it's just pull that, and then Denji's like, you know, like, what the hell is going on? I like those silent moments, because it's realistic, I think, you know.
Yeah,
not everything is just,
it's a lot of body cues. Yeah, like it's not it's not cliche. It feels human. It feels very real in a
100%.
Like, you're right, and that's crazy how you could portray body language so well in panels, like to put so much feel into wordless moments. But moving past that, so
yeah,
clearly
chapter 11, he got what's the word for that? Discharged? Is it
yeah, from the hospital.
And Aki walks before he's discharged. He walks out of the room, and he sees Power with handcuffs, and she's like, you see, I'm not bad, you know. You guys are wrong, essentially. And Aki is like, I'm not gonna be friendly with you. Like, I know that he's vouching and for y'all and whatever, but he's not gonna play nice with a fiend. You know, and not just the devil. It's a fiend, so it's more towards the devil side than the human side. And to, you know, add insult to injury, he gets Power to live with him as well.
Yep. And I love that Power is just as bad as Denji was when he just as bad. It's different.
It's a different vibe, because
you
know, we're conditioned in life to expect certain things from certain
people,
people, and you know, us guys are usually the grows and whatever, and it's like people like turn a blind eye, but when a woman does it, it's like, oh my god, like, but she's just but
pure,
a woman,
pure on nasty,
like
crapping in the toilet.
She's like, I don't flush,
I
don't shower,
and was proud. And a part of me wishes they would have gave her like a super deep voice, like, because when I'm reading, I imagine like either a deep or a crazy raspy voice, like Spinelli from like Recess. Like I like that. I that's what I imagine. So to hear, is it dubbed? Is it a dub cast, or is it only
right now it's subbed. I haven't seen the dubbed cast, if they're doing one now. I know that it starts coming out after like a few episodes, so that kind of keep up.
Okay, but back to the manga. Power is filthy. But what more would you expect from a blood fiend? Like,
and feral. She was raised in the woods. She's like, she's used to it. She's like, I don't need none of that.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Like, why do I gotta worry about
vegetables?
Yeah, like, it's stupid. It's all meat.
She's nasty.
But the highlight of chapter 11 is Power makes good on her promise. Yeah, the hands come out. The paws are pawing. And it's consensual.
It is. It is very. She's very, very honest about it. She's like, "Hey, we had a deal."
Yeah.
In fact, and grabs his arm.
Yeah, like because he
Right
was like stuck. Like, wait.
Yeah.
So Denji is finally getting what he wants. Like everything. Yeah, his dream. He's hitting that milestone in life. Everything that he was shooting for. Everything he killed the giant bat and leech devil over, and risked his life, lost his arm. Like everything he went for. All happened here in a bathroom on the toilet that I don't think she flushed at that point.
Oh, man, come on. Now you're adding.
It doesn't say it. It doesn't say it. It doesn't say it.
Smell.
Yeah.
Listen, something I found particular in this scene, and again, this is a very mature manga.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm gonna be pointing these things out. The way that she was drawn when she sat down on the toilet, offering him to touch her boobs.
Yeah.
I know what you did, author.
Yeah.
She was drawn, and what was facing outwards? What was very detailedly drawn? Her feet.
Yep.
She is like, that's a fetish
full on.
drawing.
Yeah, full on fetish drawing.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be on a shirt somewhere. Like you're going to be walking in a mall, and 100%. Some dude's going to have it like right across his chest. Yeah. But
that's the end of chapter 11.
Yeah. Now, what we find out in chapter 12 is that all that glitters is not gold. But Denji doesn't care.
He don't care. My man is down bad.
Bad. He don't care.
Down horrendous.
And I'm actually, I thought it was gonna be a more haggling at this point, because what pops up, right, is folks, chapter 11 ends with Power looking all extra promiscuous and saying touch me on a toilet with her feet out. So the next chapter it kicks off and she explains, hey, not only do you get to touch my boobs, but you get to touch them 3 times.
Whoa, 3 squeezes.
3 squeezes. Yeah, there you go.
That's what she says. And she's very explicit about it.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty damn detailed. I thought I don't know what the dirty mangas are called, but I thought that's what we were getting into for a second.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say the word because I think that word might gets.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. But come to find out, she wears like these thick jelly padding things.
Yeah. She's like, to make them bigger.
Yeah.
You have 2 left.
Yeah, and then she takes. So he thought he was grabbing her chest. It ended up being an apparatus, and then they fell on the floor. And she's like, "Well, that's 1, 2 more." And yeah,
it actually feels the real thing.
Yeah, I didn't know it could get sensual like that in writing. I mean, and like, yeah.
I'll be honest. After reading Fire Punch, this is expected.
Tame. Oh,
it is a bit more tame because in Fire Punch they're adults, full on adults.
Got you.
And there's their family.
Got you.
You know, their brother and sister.
Oh Lord.
There's some things going on.
Okay.
There. So this is like tame. And there's no nudity in this case. It's over the shirt. You know, she's like, touch him. And when he goes in, he's like nervous. He's sweating. Yeah. He's paralyzed. He's catatonic. He doesn't know what to do. Once he's done, I mean, she's like making noises and whatever.
It's the funniest thing ever.
You think?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious, and I'm glad that this happened because this is what we talked about. He immediately realized that there needs to be more in life. Immediately.
100%.
He definitely had grabber's remorse. Like his for this to be his reason to exist up to this point, because that dreams versus dreams, like that was a big speech he gave. He was sitting there fighting into the death, literally. Killed 2 major devils within minutes of each other, and all to do this, and he did it. And now it was almost like the most emptiest looking thing ever. It was funny and sad.
It was a pathetic look he had.
Yeah, he was broken.
But listen, when you don't even have the time to dream, which is funny, I remember the anime consolidated his memory when he's being driven to the warehouse to meet the zombie devil. He says, they don't even let me dream. So he's never even had time to dream. Now he's like finding himself. And he's like, you know what? I think there's more to life. And after this, after they're done, she's like, you know, come on, Meowie, let's go take a nap or bathe you or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, it's funny because they do the like, I've seen videos where the guy is just paralyzed, like in shock, and he's just through life, and he's just like, he's eating, he's walking,
and he's just same face.
Yeah, he's working, and it's like he doesn't. He's like, wow, like that's it. And I took a screenshot because I love this panel, the one that goes where he explains about the dream, because he, you know, all of this happened, and he goes to Makima, and he's still shocked. And then he tells Makima, you know, I finally got a hold of this dream I'd been chasing for the longest time. But once I actually had my hands on it, it was way less life-changing than I expected. And now I'm like, when I go after different dreams in the future and get my hands on them, am I gonna realize I was actually happier during the chase then too? Isn't that just crap? That's some real stuff right there.
Yeah, that's like life right there.
That's like, because in life you're like, oh man, you know.
Once I get to this point.
Absolutely. I remember in high school, you know, as a gamer, I was like, oh my God, I want to work at GameStop. That's like amazing. That has to be it. I got to work there and I was like.
Same here.
Wow. So.
Yeah, same here.
This is just, you know.
Organizing games every night.
I like the discount. I like the free games every now and then. But like, you need to. And it really puts into question, dreams are not about, you know, when people say, you know, money doesn't buy happiness, they're right. It makes life easier, but mental happiness and satisfaction is not achieved through material things. You might think it is. It's not sustainable, trust me. And even with pleasure. So in that moment when he's saying that, Makima looks at him, she's like, what do you mean? And she just he explains the dream he had, and then she grabs his hand and puts it on her breast.
Seduces the hell out of him.
Seduces the hell. And listen, he's into Makima.
Yep.
He's not into power.
Yep.
Power was just like, oh, you're hot.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah, it's completely pleasure driven. Makima feeds him, brought him from the brink of despair. You know, she's
the woman of his dreams.
The woman, the perfect woman. And she's like, you don't get satisfaction and happiness from doing pleasurable stuff with people that you don't care about. And, you know, basically, like, when people say, you know, there's nothing like getting married sex, you know, stuff like that. Like, it's the type of thing where.
Whoa! No, but keep going.
Whoa! Baron, are you married? You know, like it's the type of deal where.
Yeah.
If there's no emotion,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And he's going through it. And what does Makima say?
How does she break it down? She like bit his finger. Basically gave him a whole rundown, full on honeypot, like 007 status. Completely had him shaking and sweating. Because she completely like Walt just said, she is what he wants ultimately, like what this is all for. He has literally killed countless demon or devils for her. Like this, it's all for her because she gave him everything that he thought. She gave him what his thoughts of everything is, you know. Food, shelter, companionship.
Basic necessities.
Not even companionship. I'm sorry. Physical affection. No, not even that. Physical touch. Like that, you know, like the core things. Hug. Yeah, the core things of survival. She fed him noodles, hugged him, and gave him somewhere to sleep. And a job. Which is a lot. Like, look, I'm saying it like it's a little. It's a lot. but it's not like let me go lay my life on the line a lot.
Eventually, you want more.
Eventually, and that's what these chapters started feeling like. And it was. I personally think she did this to keep him on track.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't trust her.
I don't trust Maki either, or Makima either.
It's endeared now. You're into
right,
her, Baron.
Right? No, I don't. I don't trust her. I understand. Like, I feel like her ultimate goals are a lot bigger than anything else. And way bigger than Denji. And Denji is simply like anything else along the way, a tool.
100%. He's her pet.
Yep.
Made him bark for food.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yep.
And what does she promise to him? Once she's like, she's in.
If I had one wish.
Just one.
Yeah, he gets one. He gets to ask for anything.
Literally anything, and he's about to say something.
Yeah.
He's like, and it cuts him off.
Yep.
Again, Denji. It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. My man is all the way in the bottom.
Yeah.
He wants those basic things.
The very basic. Very basic. If somebody gave him a sock, he'd probably think it was free, like Dobby. But but no, like he is that far down, like bad. The needs are
they're too
extremely minuscule. Now, that's where it ends. So now we move on to chapter 13. This is where I feel like this chapter, we already knew that devils, they explained it pretty well, that devils are anything that has an extreme amount of fear around it, and a spirit takes over and creates that. And the level of danger depends on the level of fear around the subject and the amount of damage it can do in its natural state. Like they use the example of a car devil. But now, gun devil.
I actually got scared of that idea. Of how powerful this thing is. So, how we're introduced is Makima is explaining what she wants Denji to do in order for him to get this wish. One wish. Which, specific wording, a wish. I'm starting to dread that, there's devils. I assume there's religion. I wonder if there's a devil.
Ah, okay.
Like a maximum devil.
Yeah, like evil incarnate.
Like chaos. Like an actual like
chaos.
Oh. Chaos. I need to find him. Like chaos. Actual Satan.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to be who I think it might be because of the way that she worded stuff.
Yeah.
You get one wish. My guy, that's some Nicolas Cage is becoming Ghost Rider type deal. Come to your shop and I'm like, hey man, I can give you whatever you want. You just need to do this one thing, sign here. I'm scared for my mans.
Ooh.
Or if the gun devil is this.
Yeah.
Or if it runs the facility, What if she's not the one granting the wish and it's someone else? Or something else?
Because I'm going to tell you, she moves the way Makima carries herself, and I don't know if it's only because she understands that Denji is so broken that she can do whatever she wants. I don't know if it's that type of business, but she moves in a way that's not human. Like and when I say move, I'm talking about like the way she interacts with people, the way she gets things done, the way she approaches stuff. It's very, very not typical. And I'm going down this path because you pointing out the idea that maybe there is a devil for the sake of
a devil.
Yeah,
like,
devil.
Like there's a tomato devil.
Yeah,
A leech devil, but it's
a sea cucumber devil, like
a sea cucumber devil, but car devil, gun devil, nuke devil, explosive,
yeah,
I don't know, gasoline devil. But what about abstract ideas?
and
Like a suicide devil, maybe.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
and then I wonder, is there like you mentioned the idea of religion? So is there another end of it? Like, are there embodiment of good things, embodiment of happiness, embodiment of joy? Like, are we
That's
now?
crazy.
I mean, because if one exists, why can't the other?
Right.
And we're in a manga world, so whatever, go for it. But this chapter feels like groundwork for a major mission.
Yeah.
It feels like the moment before a big battle.
Right. The calm before the storm. Yeah.
Yes, that's what this chapter is.
The way that she set it up, I mean, we got a flashback as she was narrating, as she was talking about the gun devil. This flashback involved your friendly neighborhood Aki, and his resolve and why he hates devils is because the gun devil killed his family.
Yep.
As collateral, it wasn't even intended to be only them. The gun devil killed a total of 1.2 million people.
In how many seconds or minutes?
And I have it right here. He killed it in a few minutes. It was.
Yeah, a few minutes.
A few minutes.
Yeah.
There's one. They detail each country or each continent, kind of, or like nation. And for an example, they say United States. It took 124 seconds to kill 548,012 people.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's a lot of bullets, or that's a big blast. And I think it's the blast because they show Aki's house
obliterated,
just disappear. It just gets blasted like someone used the thunder gun from Caught Zombies and just blasted it away. This thing is dangerous.
But what's crazy for me, right, when I see this, and this really does open up the door for how crazy this can get. Like this, like we already knew it can get crazy. You had zombie devils, we had a chainsaw devil, a tomato devil. Like we already knew it was pretty crazy. But to see the scale, to go from a chainsaw devil and zombie devil not being as destructive as the gun devil. And then the scale of destruction in which the gun devil, like, million people in minutes.
Yeah. And mind you, the reason this gun devil came to existence, it was because there was a time where guns were feared because of terrorist attacks and incidents that shouldn't have happened, and a whole lot of events. An attack. They allude to an attack on the United States that has parallels with a certain September attack that happened. Yeah. They even show a building being impacted. Yeah, very similar. Only one though. They don't do two.
Yeah.
But it very much, it's like its own. It has its own conflict with humanity, and that gave a rise to a gun devil, which is to say, whatever is being feared throughout time, there's a devil for that, I guess. This is it makes sense, almost like it makes you almost expect, like a gun is like the first thing you like. Oh yeah, if they fear something, guns are super scary. Well, yeah, that's the ultimate devil.
Yeah. Just right, and I think it's I want to read ahead so bad. I want to read ahead. I want to read ahead so bad. But the build up and showcasing of why Aki is the way he is, and the damage that the gun devil can do, without showing you the gun devil, because throughout this whole thing you do not see it. We don't know what it looks like.
Just catastrophe.
Yeah, all you see is the destruction. That's it.
The pieces of it.
Right? Oh yeah. And those were the shells, right?
Yeah,
And
there's like
it was
parts
like
of it that's
flesh.
tall. And
Yeah.
they're in the shape of bullets.
Uh-huh.
Because I assume he shoots bullets from his flesh.
Yeah.
And those bullets, what they're doing is they're getting multiple bullets similar to Sukuna and his fingers. The bullets move like towards where the gun devil is gonna be if you have a big enough flesh piece. So they're gathering bullets, and this is what they set
It's
up.
like a dowsing rod, but for
Yeah,
gun
basically.
devils. Yeah.
And in One Piece they have this where there's a paper that represents your life, and you put it on your hand, and it like moves a certain direction, and then they sail that way because that's like where you are. So they're doing that with the bullets, and the team that they make in order to verify the area where supposedly there's been reports of the gun devil, or a strong devil at least.
Yeah.
Because whoever consumes these bullets becomes stronger.
Like Sukuna's vessel.
Like Sukuna with the fingers, which is interesting. It's an interesting. I wonder if it'll become like a trope or like a premise where it's like pieces of an enemy gets you to the enemy, but you need those pieces to become stronger. You know.
Hey man, what's crazy? It's clearly not the first iteration of this, but sometimes something works so well that you can't walk away from it, and it makes its way into everything. And from what I've been seeing online, kind of just piecing back into the anime, before, because we're getting close to the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
They clearly don't mind taking note from legendary stuff. Like I heard from the OP, you see everything from Reservoir Dogs to Jacob's Ladder, Pulp Fiction. Like you just see a bunch of Don't Look Up. Like you just see a bunch of stuff. But so clearly they don't mind taking notes from things that have worked.
You know what's interesting, and I'm really appreciating that you catch on to it if you're like piecing it together with his works. But Fujimoto, Chainsaw Man, the opening with the movie references and all that, and even the cast, like watching the movie. Goodbye Eri is a one shot he did where there's film involved. Fire Punch has a character that is all about movies. And there's a large theme about filming and cinema in the manga. So this just goes to show that Fujimoto is a cinema buff. Like he's like Kojima. He's like all over movies. And I appreciate that because it makes me want to, I wonder who what's this about? Where's this from? You know? He even did like a Thor Love and Thunder graphic.
For Power. Yeah. I seen the breakdown of it. I haven't watched it. I seen that breakdown because so many people were talking about it, and I was like, let me just check this out.
Absolutely. I wonder if eventually, maybe if we like ever do an episode, like a different episode, I get you to read Fire Punch and just speed through it, and then we can like only talk about the entirety and like its themes.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah. We'll make it happen because I do speed read. Like it's ridiculous. Like I'll literally sit there. Okay. It's bad. But so keep going. What happened? So now we know about not Sukuna's fingers, but
so we know about the
gun
bullets.
devils shell casings.
Aki gets another bullet piece with one of the teammates, the eye patch girl, I think. And they get to the end where Denji is telling Makima, "Oh, it's a piece of cake." He's very optimistic. He's never Denji. I don't know if Denji's simply he perseveres a lot, or he's just.
I think he's Goku dumb.
He's Goku dumb. Okay, yeah.
I think he's Goku
but more
dumb.
Crude.
Yeah, like he doesn't realize. He doesn't acknowledge the danger, so it leads to him like going to fight any and everything without question.
It gives me the impression that Chainsaw is not a particularly like feared thing. Like it is, but like when was the last time you saw a chainsaw, Baron?
Some guys were cutting down some palm trees.
Yeah, like you don't just walk around and it's like, oh, the chainsaw murder or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a chainsaw is such a like almost obscure. It's like from horror movies and all this. Dead.
But it's not a everyday. I'm worried about somebody killing me with a chainsaw.
Right. So like, does he have to train his body then to make it better? Does it? Because how do you fight other devils that are just superior to you? You know?
Do you think that Denji has the ability to just make a utility version of himself? Like, not so much to kill, but to go out and work? Like he was doing
like just
before?
one hand?
Yeah, like he was just like, oh, hey, let me cut this down for you real quick.
I feel like if he, like...
Because, going off of what you said, right? Like, bringing up the question, because chainsaws outside of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, literally, and then, like, going through a haunted...
Asher vs. Evil Dead, like, where he has a chainsaw hand.
Yeah, or even going through, like, a haunted fair or whatever, like, and you see dudes running around with chainless chainsaw. Yeah, there's only so many moments that people reference when it comes... But you got to also remember... Everybody hasn't seen these things. Everybody hasn't seen Chainsaw Massacre. Everybody hasn't seen Ash and Evil Dead. Like, all of these things are not as mainstream as we think. So the idea of a chainsaw is it's something in Grandpa's garage that we pull out to go clear the bushes.
Right. But you pull it out, and when you're in a movie, you see, like in a horror movie, you see it being pulled out. It's like the end all be all.
Like, oh, like, we're gonna win now.
We're gonna win because we got a chainsaw, and it's like super powerful. But you know, I feel like with Denji, I wonder if just his presence and him making himself known will make him stronger.
Like more people afraid of the chainsaw man,
or respect him, or like him and Pochita bond more. So it's like he grows stronger. Maybe he can do like multiple chainsaws and do like a super attack where it's like a chainsaw, like Alien's area. It's like a chainsaw and a chainsaw and a chainsaw, and he's like just going crazy. I don't know, something
Super Saiyan
chainsaw man. It gets white, and like glowing.
It goes like hot blue, like fire blue, like it just
and red.
Yeah. Oh, bro, we're having too much fun with this. But these are because of the fact of the scale, like the introduction of the Gun Devil. And one, nothing's off the table.
Nope.
And I think they've probably hinted at it now that you think about it. Remember when Makima was talking to Aki and explaining to him the power of Denji and what makes him so intense? She was like, but what I'm saying is maybe that was like foretelling for us as readers that the more feared, bringing up that, you know, coming back to the point you just brought up, maybe the more that Denji is known and more destruction you see from Denji and more people see, it'll lead to Denji getting stronger. Like, I think you're right, because remember, she gave that whole spiel, like what makes a devil a dangerous devil is how much it's feared. So
makes him so feared more. Yeah, it makes sense. If devil fear can help him, like, because this is fear from people.
Yeah.
I wonder if devil fear is a fear that nurtures it as well. And to the point of Makima earlier about how she carries herself, she also seems like she doesn't react to anything. Like, at least in Kaiju, like Ashino, she's like,
she reacts. Yeah.
You know, she's
little
like,
side comments, smiles.
Yeah, you get some flashback of who she is. Here we don't know anything. We know who Aki is. We know that the rest are there for purposes of killing devils, but Makima doesn't hate devils. She's like a matter of fact. Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, well, yeah.
You know? And she
Makima's evil.
Dude, she gives that vibe of
she's
sinister.
A serial killer.
She's a serial killer, yeah. Listen, maybe she's known. We haven't seen a devil see her.
No.
We haven't seen a devil around.
We haven't seen her fight either.
Maybe a devil sees her and gives her away. Because now we're knowing that devil hunters make pacts with devils. Where's her devil? Because
she doesn't.
Aki
she doesn't
said
even...
that he made a pact with the fox devil, the thing that went whoop.
Yep.
Power is the blood devil. Chainsaw devil. Who's Makima?
She is the devil.
She is the devil. Oh god,
bro! Spoiler alert! You heard it here first. No, seriously. Like for me, I know for me, I can honestly say I haven't read past chapter 13.
No, I only saw the The most I know is the trailer that shows where they're gonna go.
Yeah, the trailer does.
And the episodes are not even.
Hey, isn't it kind of weird, like, you know, wrapping it up, right? Because we're in a final moment. So that was chapter 13. What? How does it end again? Them
With
staring
them
at the
looking,
building.
Yeah. And the team is Power, Denji, Aki, the
dude with this eye patch woman,
girl,
scarred face dude.
Yeah, with the scar, and then another girl.
Yes. And they look like they're getting ready for war. So, right. Oh, the fact that we haven't learned a lot of these characters' names, they're all dying. I think they're gonna get murdered horrendously for character development.
Next chapter.
Slaughterfest. I'm looking forward to reading more of this one. I'm glad we're doing this because it's forcing me to pace myself. Because there's 106 chapters of Chainsaw Man,
and it's still coming out with part 2 now.
Yeah, like, so normally I would have read through it already. Like, I'm horrible, guys. Like, folks, please listen and hear me. I will easily read 100 chapters like nobody's business,
which
in
is
one
good.
Sitting. Yeah.
In a normal setting where you have no podcast, no.
Oh, I would have been read this,
dude. You are like a star child. It's like my kid reads every day. It's like, you know.
I would have read this.
You would have read this and then some. You would probably went to the translation, the fan translation.
Right, like man, fan fiction.
You've been learning Nihongo Jozu here.
See, bro, look, let me tell you, I this is teaching me patience. And I'm glad we're rotating through stuff because I would be entirely too frustrated. Like, what the hell? I want to know what happens. And watching the show is not going to help. So I will say this. Please go watch it to support. I know after all the crap I just talked, it makes no sense. But please just go show support. Go watch it. Give it all the love it deserves. Because I will say, right, at least in manga form, this is a top tier story, and it's pretty damn good, and it makes light of that's not a right way to put it. It lightly addresses very serious stuff, you know.
Right, tastefully.
Yeah, like it makes it palatable. It's morbid as hell, but it's not the craziest thing you've ever seen. Like, let's just say that.
It's like the more I think about it, the more I see it as like a shonen version of, like, I'm not gonna say it's like Berserk, but I will say that it is a dark show that I think a teenager can digest.
That's fair.
I think, you know.
Are we? I like that. I like that. Like Berserk through the eyes of a teenager.
Right, because Berserk is, you do it no justice if you read it with a non-developed brain.
Yeah,
because there's themes in there.
It's horrible. Guts hasn't had a decent night's sleep.
Nah, my man hasn't slept in years.
Ever. He's been violated in so many different ways. It's horrible.
Ooh.
Like from jump. Like, it's never.
Literally from birth.
Yeah, literally.
But for this one, it's like Denji has a bad, but it's like a bad that you can, like, kind of relate, you know?
It's palatable.
It's palatable. And I think it's the darkest that I know of. The darkest Shonen Jump manga right now on the app.
I would hope so.
They just added Hunter x Hunter recently. Hunter has some dark moments, but it's not as bad as Chainsaw Man.
Nah. It's crazy. It is crazy. This is a teen dark, like, this is pretty bad. Like, they present a very bad situation in such a palatable way that you forget what you're looking at.
Yeah.
You forget you're looking at a guy whose greatest dream up until recently was getting toast with different jelly on it. And to get a hug. And to have somewhere to sleep.
He's getting them. It's interesting.
And I think we're really climbing up what is it? The hierarchy of needs. Like, we're really working our way up. Needs, we're working our way up that. But yes, without ranting any further, go read it, go watch it. I won't. I'm not gonna watch it for a while. I'm gonna wait at least a couple weeks. Just like I know My Hero's up to 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. I'll probably watch it because my kids and wife want to watch it. But for me, I'll wait. But yeah, I'm BaronJ67.
I'm Volando.
Volando.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no,
Man, I kind of heard it too.
Right? I'm telling you, it works. It works. Hey, but no, make sure to check out all our links below. Make sure to go watch Dual Shock and Sense podcast.
Yes, sir. Dual Shock and Sense this Saturday. I don't know if the whole crew is back, but maybe Jay and myself. Like last week, because Macho is on his honeymoon in Hawaii.
Congrats.
And man is gone. The man is enjoying the Steam Deck by the beach.
Hey, that's the way.
Be nice.
I'm thinking about getting a Steam Deck. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, and make sure to get all your news from lv1gaming.com and just like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff,
all the things,
and maybe one of these days we'll get like a Shonen Jump sponsorship or something, and they'll like hook it up and we can throw coupons. We don't have it yet, but maybe one of these days, somebody at Shonen Jump or anybody at Shonen Jump or any of these other weekly magazine organizations, we are the guys. We will gladly accept your money, love, and appreciation. All right, guys, that's it. Peace. I'll press the right button this time.